The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is a Nigerian agency that investigates financial crimes such as advance fee fraud and money laundering. It was created by an act of parliament in 2004 during the Olusegun Obasanjo regime. Under its first chairman, Nuhu Ribadu, the agency was dreaded by public office holders as it prosecuted and secured the conviction of a number of high-profile corrupt individuals, ranging from Nigeria's former chief law enforcement officer and bank executives. In 2005, at the height of its influence and power, the EFCC arrested some government officials, including the former governor of Bayelsa State, the late DSP Alemessiah.
Was ready to be very, very articulate in his actions and then to put up a defense. But then, even as at that time too, there were areas in which people were thinking that he was only doing things to serve General Olusegun Obasanjo as at that time. But as an individual, you saw what happened within him and Ibori. The question of money and then his integrity being put on the line, and he came out and said this is X amount of money that so person will. But a lot of things will also be accused and probably no, it wasn't so.
He should be the best so far. Because nothing was linked to him. Nothing was traced to him. He was not accused of anything. It was politics that took him out of politics, because he has to report to somebody, and when not that the man deviated, but the institution deviated.
During Nuhu Ribadu's time, there were a lot of things that happened. They started up well, but I believe that Nuhu Ribadu took a position whereby he made Nigerians feel that the anti-corruption drive was driven by him personally. He personalized the EFCC.
Nuhu Ribadu tried. Even though he was trying to do the correct thing, they still ended up saying it was Obasanjo's stooge, that he was playing to the gallery, playing the name of the federal government. But at least we knew there were some movements, not just noise, but movements.
The new government appointed Chief Mrs. Farida Waziri as chairman of the EFCC after Ribadu apparently fell out of favor with the late Umaru Yar'Adua government. Waziri attempted to sustain the battle, but was evidently not as accomplished and as determined as Ribadu, the man she supplanted.
Farida was not having grip on the commission whatsoever to even say maybe she's taking a very decisive action. So you couldn't place her that probably she had done anything close. No, she didn't do anything close to that of what Nuhu had done.
Farida Waziri was okay. I think she was even a bit better than Nuhu Ribadu, because if you remember during Farida Waziri's time, a lot of big wigs were also put behind bars. A lot of big wigs were prosecuted.
Waziri was removed by President Goodluck Jonathan on the 23rd of November 2011 and replaced by Ibrahim Lamode, the commission's head of operations under Ribadu's leadership. The regimes of Farida and Lamode were less than exciting, to say the least.
Immediately Buhari came, all the sectors start fighting to sustain their integrity, even the power. Nobody, you won't believe that we have power that can give you 6 hours, you can see light. All these things were provided by the former president. But the things are not working. But the former president cannot say, this cannot happen. No, that is just the problem.
The fight for corruption depends on the man who is sitting at the head. If Lamode reports to somebody or reported to somebody, then that person decides. When somebody told you that stealing is not corruption, then there's nothing more to add. There were reports. Someone said they wrote series of reports about certain personalities in Nigeria and brought it before Jonathan. He didn't do anything about it.
The commission, under the leadership of Ibrahim Lamode, an assistant commissioner of police, was largely in limbo, as little or nothing was heard of it for almost 4 years under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's regime. The new man at the helm, Ibrahim Mustapha Magu, was at the EFCC at inception. He's a thoroughbred financial crimes investigator with a bias for forensic accounting. He successfully investigated high-profile cases involving James Ibori and Bukola Saraki And many are confident that given its professional approach, incorruptible nature, the EFCC will return to its glory days under his leadership.
Well, if there are no special courts, he can't do anything. There is nothing.
To try corruption.
Yes, it cannot happen if there are no special courts. With our system here, the legal system proceed, it can't work.
I expect him to do his job. I don't expect any other magic. Go after these people, charge them proper charges, then let the court finish the rest. But they are always going to the court. When they come back, you just hear, lack of evidence, lack of this, lack of grammar all over, that the poor man is tired of listening to all this grammar.
The agency for some time now has been grappling with lack of funds and adequate manpower to prosecute corruption cases. But given President Muhammadu Buhari's single-minded resolve to defeat corruption, it is expected that his administration will give the EFCC the needed shot in the arm. Ayodele Ozugbakun, TVC News, Lagos.